Hello everyone, this video I will show you our new product. Maybe you will think I'm very crazy because we have released this board. This is KC868-A256, so that's very big board. But it's also made by ESP32. So you can see this board will totally have 512 GPIOs just for 256 digital input and 256 for digital output. So you can see this in my hand and this board, the length almost as my leg. And this board we have designed about 4 months, have very long time, because the hardware design and I'm testing with this board. And thanks for the ESPHome technical support, he helped me add this board to the ESPHome, the newest version, so that now you can use this board and integrate to the Home Assistant by the ESPHome. Because before version, the ESPHome never support so much GPIOs by the Home Assistant, and now he helped me and integrate this solution, the hardware solution, so that you can use this board with the ESPHome very easily. Okay, let's look at this board hardware details. Okay, let's look at this A256 that is made by the ESP32. So we can see this board is very big, that have a plastic shoe. You can see this button is plastic shoe installed on your DIN rail. So you can use this DIN rail. You can see here. If you want to install into your power distribution box, you can install by this way. Okay, let's look at some hardware details. You can see this is the Ethernet, and this is the ESP32 module, and S1 and S2 button, that is for reset ESP32, and GPIO 0 for define function by yourself, because the ESP32 support used by your Arduino source code, or you can download the ESPHome for Home Assistant. And this is the power supply. The power supply support 12 volt or support 24 volt. It's up to you. And this is USB Type-C. So now you can use this Type-C cable and be easily to connect with this USB-C socket. So that will be easy to connect with your computer. And here we can see have many different terminal. And this you can see that is input. This terminal is input, and this is output. So you can see how to use this input and output, because this socket is removable. So you can just remove this socket. So you can easily connect with socket with your WAN by this screw and plug in to this socket. That will be easy to connect with the WAN. And then let's look at this pin define and how to use this board. Now I can show you a PCB board. The PCB board is not complete, just not solder this terminal without this terminal, so that we can see this pin define easily. So you can see here, that is the PCB board. And this is the back, as you can see. So much components, many components. So you can see, and this is the input range, and also have support long distance, use the dry contact sensor or dry contact momentary switch, because we have so many chips for the input. And here you can see that is the output. The output, we have used the MOSFET. There are so many MOSFET output. So you can see here, every channel have one MOSFET. So that totally have 256 MOSFET output. Okay, let's look at this pin define details. And you can see here, because we use the PCB board, we'll see this pin define easily. that have 4-channel analog input. Actually, 2 channel is for DC 0 to 5 volts, and 2 channel is for 4 to 20 milliampere. So that can support different sensor. And here the A and B, that is for RS485 for long distance. For the Modbus, you can write your Arduino code for Modbus communication with this board. And this is the input. You can see the input that have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Every 8-channel input you will see have a ground. So this just use this input short with the ground. That means triangle input 1. If you want triangle the input 2, you can short with ground, or you can connect with 12 volt to this input. That means the logical 0. So short with ground, that means logical 1. And connect with the 12 volt or not connect anyone, that means logical 0. So you can see this is for 8 channel, and this is for another 8 channel. You can see that is for 9 to 16 channel digital input. So this is ground. So you can see this is 17 to 24 input ground, and 25 to 32 and ground. So actually until this, you can see here, you will see that is 256 and also have a ground. So every channel, every 8 channel will have a ground for commonly use. So you just short for the ground for triangle the input. So this is how to use the input, and this is the back of the input. And let's look at this output. So you can see this output. The output you can see also is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see that have a V voltage in. And here you can see the 9 to 16 channel output. That also have a voltage in. That is for the power supply for the MOSFET. And you can see every 8 channel have a V in. Every channel, 8 channel have a voltage V in. So why we have designed this hole? Because if you want this 8 channel output 12 volt, so you can connect with this hole with the 12 volt. But if you want this 8 channel output 24 volt, so you can connect with this hole with the 24 volt. So that you can use 8 channel output 12 volt and another 8 channel output 24 volt. That will work for different output voltage. So you can see every 8 channel have the independently this hole. So you can connect with this hole with the different voltage, so that this 8 channel will output the voltage according to this hole. So you can let this output 12 volt and this output 24 volt, or this output 24 volt, or this output 12 volt. So just according this hole, this hole, this hole, this hole. So I think you can use this board output different voltage for your different load. Sometimes maybe you have connected your extended relay, or sometimes you have connected some value, or sometimes you will connect different power supply of the load. So you will be flexible and output the different voltage with the different MOSFET output. Okay, this is how to see this output terminal, and you can see that is the MOSFET. Every MOSFET that we have designed use 5 ampere enough for you to use. So this board will be easily to install to Home Assistant by the ESPHome. We have uploaded the ESPHome config YAML file to our ESPHome. You can download and directly to use. Okay, thanks for watching.